The key to a world of information, comprehension, and communication is language. It serves as the cornerstone around which we negotiate the intricacies of our multicultural, international society, form relationships, and communicate our thoughts. The ability to comprehend, use, and enjoy language has become more crucial than ever in the linked world of today. Mastering and utilizing language is a valuable talent. But linguistic intelligence is a transforming ability that can open up new doors in both your personal and professional life. It can improve cognitive functioning and broaden viewpoints. Developing your linguistic intelligence is a worthy endeavor, regardless of your goals. Learning a new language, becoming a more proficient communicator, or just appreciating the beauty and variety of language. We will go through the interesting realm of language in this book. How to speak multiple languages and learn useful techniques to improve your linguistic abilities. You will discover how to effectively learn new languages, enhance your reading comprehension, increase the size of your vocabulary, and hone your memory through a series of interesting courses and exercises. Each chapter will bring you useful insights and ways to improve your language proficiency. From immersing yourself in foreign languages and discovering the joy of reading to participating in thought, provoking conversations, and embracing the power of memory techniques. Along with learning the value of connecting with other language enthusiasts, you will also discover how to improve your listening comprehension by making use of materials like podcasts and movies. As you work through the book, you'll develop your linguistic intelligence and have a greater understanding of the amazing beauty and diversity of language. You'll discover that language is a valuable instrument for profoundly connecting with people, comprehending the world, and expressing your ideas. It's not only a way to communicate. Thus, this book is your key to releasing the full power of your linguistic intellect, regardless of whether you are a language enthusiast, student, professional, or just someone who enjoys the beauty of words. Prepare yourself for a life-changing experience that will permanently alter the way you view and use language. Now, let's get started. Lesson 1. Spend time to learn foreign languages. Linguistic intelligence is one of the many layers of human intelligence that distinguishes us from other animals. It is the ability to comprehend, analyze, and work with language in all of its intricate forms. Linguistic intelligence includes the capacity to acquire and become proficient in new languages, in addition to the ability to speak well in one's mother tongue. Learning foreign languages is a time-consuming but very effective method of developing linguistic intelligence. It also opens up a world of possibilities for intellectual stimulation, cultural understanding, and personal development. The ability to converse with people from around the globe is only one of the many advantages of learning a foreign language. It has been demonstrated that language learning has a significant effect on brain function and cognitive development. Multiple language speakers have been shown to have better problem-solving abilities, better memories, and greater mental flexibility. Learning a new language itself pushes the brain to create new neural connections that improve cognitive function and may even postpone age-related cognitive decline. By making time for foreign language study, we improve not only the range of languages we speak, but also the general strength and resilience of our brains. Furthermore, learning a foreign language involves more than just picking up vocabulary and grammar standards. Since language is intricately entwined with the practices, beliefs, and viewpoints of those who speak it, it is a voyage of cultural discovery. Immersion in a second language allows us to access a wealth of previously unattainable literature, music, art, and historical materials. We start to recognize the intricacies and complexities of expression that are particular to each language, and we start to view the world through a different lens. Learning a second language takes time, but it also broadens our cultural horizons, which promotes a greater appreciation of diversity in all its manifestations. The advantages of language intelligence also apply to the workplace. Being able to converse fluently in various languages is becoming increasingly valuable in many industries in the globalized world of today. Learning a foreign language can lead to a variety of job prospects, including conducting international business negotiations, working with colleagues from different nations, and serving a varied consumer base. Businesses are looking for people with language abilities more and more because they understand the competitive advantage they provide in negotiating cross-cultural communication and establishing connections with partners and clients throughout the globe. We may improve our employability and establish ourselves as significant participants in the global economy by dedicating time to learn foreign languages. The process of learning a foreign language needs to be approached with a deliberate and strategic perspective, if you want to get the most out of your time spent doing so. Immersion is one of the best strategies to improve language intelligence. We can learn a language in its natural setting by immersing ourselves in it, whether through travel, language exchange programs, or conversing with local speakers. Immersion activities speed up learning and expand our awareness of the subtleties and cultural background of the language by offering real-world opportunities to practice speaking, listening, and comprehension. To develop language intelligence, frequent practice is just as important as immersion. Whether through self-study materials, interactive language learning applications, or formal sessions, setting aside a specific period of time each day to interact with the language aids in the reinforcement of newly learned information and the gradual development of fluency. It is crucial to use a range of teaching strategies, incorporating formal education with non-formal language exposure via books, movies, podcasts, and talks with native speakers. By continuously pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones, we foster an environment that is favorable to language acquisition. The development of a growth mindset is another essential component of improving linguistic intelligence. Acquiring proficiency in a foreign language necessitates endurance, patience, and a readiness to make errors. It is crucial to approach the process with optimism, viewing the obstacles and failures as chances for development and education. Reframing errors as opportunities for growth helps us become more resilient and stay motivated when things get tough. Honoring modest accomplishments, like finishing a difficult text or navigating a conversation, boosts self-esteem and motivates us to study more. Linguistic intelligence is a journey that is shared by many. Being surrounded by other language enthusiasts and learners who are encouraging can be very beneficial to our motivation and development. You can practice speaking, get feedback, and gain knowledge from other people's experiences by joining language clubs, taking part in conversation groups, or interacting with online language learning communities. Working together in real time or digitally with language partners facilitates cross-cultural interchange and real communication experiences. We build a network of inspiration and support from people who are passionate about language learning, which helps us advance on our linguistic journey. It is critical to understand that learning a foreign language is a life-changing event that alters our perceptions of both the outside world and ourselves. Learning a language is not only about picking up new skills. Learning a language pushes us to embrace new ideas, venture outside of our comfort zones, and develop stronger connections with people. It calls for us to be open to vulnerability, to make errors, and to keep going when things become tough. We gain emotional intelligence, empathy, flexibility, and verbal intelligence through this process. We gain knowledge on how to negotiate cultural differences, recognize the value of variety, and discover points of similarity in the universal human experience. Furthermore, investing time in learning a foreign language is an effective way to advance personally and discover new aspects of oneself. We frequently find ourselves thinking back on our own cultural identities and the ways that language affects our perceptions and thoughts as we become fully immersed in a new language. We start to question presumptions and investigate fresh perspectives as we start to view the world through a different lens. Learning a language becomes a catalyst for change on a personal level, creating new opportunities for creativity, self-expression, and intellectual inquiry. Transcending linguistic and cultural barriers to communicate successfully has become more crucial than ever in a society growing more linked and globalized. Studying foreign languages is not only an endeavor for the individual, it also benefits society as a whole. We promote empathy, collaboration, and understanding between disparate populations by overcoming language barriers. We take on the role of cultural interchange ambassadors, encouraging communication and respect for one another in a divided and sometimes confusing society. We can create a more inclusive and peaceful global community by using our linguistic intelligence to mend divisions and build bridges. Linguistic intelligence is a lifetime journey with countless chances for development, learning, and connection. By investing time and energy into learning other languages, we can improve our cognitive functioning, widen our cultural perspectives, and seize new chances for both career and personal success, in addition to developing our language proficiency. In the face of difficulties, we develop greater resilience, empathy, and adaptability. We get to appreciate the intricacy and beauty of human language and realize how useful it is for comprehending both the other person and ourselves. Given the enormous benefits of learning a foreign language, let's take on the challenge of doing so. Let's approach the process with humility, curiosity, and a readiness to push ourselves. Let's honor the variety of languages spoken by people and the depth of cultural expression. And let us make the most of our linguistic ability to create a more compassionate, interconnected society by fostering understanding and constructing bridges between people. Speaking multiple languages and becoming fluent in them are not the only indicators of linguistic competence. It is the way that acquiring a language changes us as people and as members of a world community. It is the relationships we create, the insights we acquire, and the contributions we make to society as a whole. We may improve the world and make it a better, more compassionate place by devoting time to mastering foreign languages. So let's get off on this linguistic exploration voyage with open hearts and minds. As we progress toward a better understanding of both ourselves and others, let's embrace the difficulties and rewards of learning a new language. And let's create a society where every voice is heard, every narrative is cherished, and every connection is celebrated by utilizing our linguistic intelligence as a tool for good. Lesson 2. Read as much as possible. Reading as much as you can is one of the most effective strategies to increase this intelligence. It's a straightforward but deep practice. Reading is a key to developing our thoughts, broadening our vocabulary, and realizing the full potential of our language skills. It's more than just a technique to absorb information. There are many different advantages to reading a lot. Fundamentally, reading introduces us to a wide range of linguistic idioms, structures, and styles. Each book, article, and poetry we come across offers a distinctive word tapestry that is skillfully weaved to inspire and educate us. We take in these language patterns when we read and write, inadvertently internalizing the nuances of syntax, grammar, and vocabulary. Our brains become more sensitive to the subtleties and rhythms of language as we read more, which helps us to gain a deeper comprehension of the various ways in which words can be employed to express ideas. arouse feelings, and create striking mental images. Reading is also an effective way to increase our vocabulary. We are exposed to a multitude of new words, phrases, and idioms with every new material we come across. When we encounter unknown phrases, we are inherently motivated to look up their definitions, either by using a dictionary or context cues. In order to develop a wide and varied language repertoire, this process of discovery and acquisition is crucial. Our ability to express ourselves clearly and elegantly in voice and writing increases with the number of words we possess. We can express intricate concepts, communicate nuanced details, and have meaningful conversations about a variety of topics when we have a large vocabulary. Reading a lot is important for strengthening our cognitive talents in addition to helping us acquire language skills. Active mental engagement is necessary when interacting with written content since it involves deciphering symbols, processing data, and creating meaning from the text. Our capacity to concentrate, focus, and maintain attention for prolonged periods of time is strengthened by this cognitive activity. By retaining and connecting various bits of knowledge in our minds while we read, we practice working memory. Through the analysis of arguments, evaluation of supporting data, and creation of our own ideas in light of the information offered, we also improve our critical thinking abilities. Essentially, reading is a type of mental exercise that maintains our minds flexible, sharp, and open to new concepts. Reading widely also exposes us to a wide range of viewpoints and expertise. Each book we pick up opens a door to a different era, universe, or way of thinking. We can dig into the complexities of science, discover the depths of human history, or become lost in the fantastical worlds of fiction via reading. By learning about cultures, ideas, and experiences that are different from our own, we can increase our awareness of the diversity of the globe. Reading gives us the opportunity to enter the thoughts of bright thinkers, inspirational leaders, and creative geniuses and absorb their knowledge and ideas. We develop a well-rounded and knowledgeable viewpoint by immersing ourselves in a variety of books, giving us the skills and information required to successfully negotiate difficult concepts and participate in thought-provoking conversations. Reading a lot also serves as a strong stimulus for personal development and self-discovery. We frequently find ourselves thinking back on our own experiences, attitudes, and beliefs while we study the written word. We come across situations and characters that speak to us, which inspires reflection and self-analysis. We learn more about ourselves and our role in the world from the concepts and tales we come across. Reading has the power to push us past our perceived boundaries, to dream bigger, and to question our preconceptions. It can pique our interest, stoke our desire to learn, and motivate us to explore new avenues for intellectual and personal development. Reading widely has significant social and cultural ramifications, in addition to cognitive and psychological benefits. All types of literature reflect the dreams, anxieties, and goals of many communities and civilizations, acting as a mirror of society. We can better understand the human experience throughout time and space by reading broadly. By cultivating empathy and understanding for viewpoints that may be different from our own, we strengthen our feeling of humanity and connection. We can contribute to the continuing discussion of ideas that defines our world by reading. By interacting with texts, we take an active role in the sharing of knowledge and add our own perspectives and interpretations to the body of knowledge regarding the written word. It is imperative to view reading as a lifelong habit rather than an occasional activity in order to fully realize the benefits of reading for linguistic intelligence. Even if we only read for a short while each day, dedicating time to reading can improve our language skills over time. Selecting readings that push us outside of our comfort zones and introduce us to novel concepts and linguistic patterns is crucial. Reading a variety of genres such as fiction, nonfiction, poetry, and prose exposes us to a wide range of linguistic forms and styles, all of which add to the complexity of our language. Additionally, using active reading techniques might increase the advantages of reading a lot. An increased level of processing and retention is promoted by actively engaging with the material through annotation, underlining important portions, and taking notes in the margins. Whether in casual discussions, book groups, or online forums, discussing our reading experiences with others enables us to exchange ideas, debate interpretations, and deepen our comprehension of the text. We learn to read more critically and analytically and acquire language more efficiently when we actively interact with printed material. Reading has taken on new dimensions in the digital age, going beyond the conventional printed page. With the advent of electronic books, online articles, and digital libraries, we now have access to an enormous variety of literature. Accepting these digital platforms can help us read more widely because they allow us to take whole libraries with us everywhere we go. Nonetheless, it's critical to approach digital reading mindfully to make sure we stay as engaged and focused as we would when reading a real book. We may optimize the advantages of prolonged reading in the contemporary environment by leveraging technology while maintaining the closeness and richness of the reading experience. It is crucial to understand that the development of linguistic intelligence is a gradual and continuous process, even as we dedicate ourselves to reading as much as we can. Every book we read, every article we peruse, and every poetry we cherish adds to the fabric of our knowledge of language. The cumulative effect of reading a lot eventually shows up in our capacity for precise, eloquent, and clear communication. We get a broader vocabulary, a more sophisticated grasp of language, and a greater awareness for the power of written communication. Linguistic intelligence is becoming a crucial skill in a world where communication and knowledge are powering things more and more. Proficiency in language comprehension, interpretation, and application interpretation is crucial for achieving success in individual, academic, and occupational domains. By making a commitment to reading as much as we can, we enhance our linguistic intelligence and provide ourselves the means to successfully negotiate the intricacies of the contemporary world. We develop into more capable speakers, critical thinkers, and involved citizens who can add to the conversation that shapes our society as a whole. Moreover, reading widely serves as a tool for both personal development and societal advancement. Fostering a love of reading and spreading that enthusiasm to others helps to promote literacy and lifelong learning. We ensure that the torch of linguistic intelligence is passed on to those who will create our world in the years to come by encouraging future generations to appreciate the power of the written word. By reading regularly, we become ambassadors of information, understanding, and empathy, strengthening the bonds of a more compassionate, aware, and interconnected world community. The importance of reading widely cannot be emphasized in terms of enhancing linguistic intelligence. We may broaden our horizons, improve our vocabulary, and realize the full potential of our language skills when we spend a lot of time reading and writing. We are able to access a vast array of information, viewpoints, and concepts that deepen our comprehension of both the self and the other. Beyond the confines of a book, we gain social awareness, personal development, and cognitive abilities. Adopting the practice of regular reading sets us on a lifetime path of language exploration, enabling us to think critically, communicate clearly, and make significant contributions to the world. Thus, let's take up a book. widen our brains, and read as much as we can, understanding that every page we flip will bring our language intelligence closer to its maximum potential. Lesson 3. Play word shuffle or crossword puzzles. Word shuffles and crossword puzzles are a particularly interesting and successful method to build linguistic intelligence. These seemingly easy games may test our ability to solve problems, push our language skills, and delight us for hours on end with their stimulating mental content. Word shuffle puzzles, sometimes called jumbles or anagrams, require you to rearrange a predetermined collection of letters to create a meaningful word or phrase. These puzzles may seem like simple wordplay at first, but they really access a higher level of language comprehension. Our brains have to perform a difficult process of pattern recognition, spatial manipulation, and lexical retrieval. When faced with a disorganized collection of letters, the letters must be mentally shuffled, taking into account different permutations and combinations until we get a workable answer. Spelling patterns, vocabulary, and a deep understanding of letter-sound correlations are all necessary for successfully unscrambling words. Word shuffle puzzle solving is a way for us to actively practice and improve our language skills rather than just testing them. We are continuously forced to use our mental lexicon, think creatively, and analyze different letter combinations when we work through these puzzles. Every puzzle offers a chance to learn new terms, delve into the nuances of language, and exercise our language skills. With continued practice, our brains become more sensitive to the finer points of word construction, enabling us to identify patterns and come up with solutions more quickly. Conversely, crossword puzzles provide an alternative but no less beneficial method of developing linguistic ability. These puzzles have a grid of connected squares along with a number of hints that point the way for the solver to fill in the right words. A combination of language expertise, logical reasoning, and creative thinking are needed to solve crossword puzzles. Completing a crossword successfully requires a wide vocabulary, knowledge of synonyms and antonyms, and the capacity to decipher cryptic or skillfully worded clues. Crossword puzzle solving is an immersive language learning approach. Our thoughts have to work fast as we read each hint, pulling words out of our mental lexicon that satisfy the grid's spatial requirements as well as its semantic meaning. Word intersections need to be taken into account, and each letter positioned in a common square needs to match the words that cross it. The interaction between the horizontal and vertical words creates a level of complexity that demands us to think in numerous directions at once, and to link seemingly unrelated ideas. In addition, a broad variety of subjects are frequently included in crossword puzzles, ranging from science and popular culture to history and literature. We are exposed to a wide range of knowledge and information as we work through these riddles, which broadens our perspective on the world. We can come across obscure lingo, historical personalities, or literary allusions, which inspires us to look for more details and broaden our knowledge. In this approach, crossword puzzles foster more intellectual interest and growth in addition to helping with language development. Word shuffles and crossword puzzles provide a distinct kind of mental stimulation and amusement in addition to their cognitive advantages. We can escape the stresses of everyday life with these puzzles, which engross us in a world of words and obstacles. They provide us with a feeling of satisfaction and success as we gradually solve the linguistic puzzles in front of us. The satisfaction of finishing a particularly difficult puzzle, of seeing the letters fit together perfectly or the grid fill up with well-selected words, is a reward in itself. These victories keep us motivated and inspire us to take on increasingly challenging riddles in the future. Word shuffles and crossword puzzles. offer personal advantages as well as opportunities for social interaction and teamwork. Colleagues, friends, and family might feel a sense of accomplishment and togetherness when they work together to solve problems. Friendly rivalry, sharing methods and hints, and rejoicing in each other's victories can fortify social ties and foster a feeling of community among people who have a passion for language. The tactile and social aspects of puzzle solving offer a welcome chance for in-person conversation and engagement in a world when digital displays frequently rule our interactions. As your skills improve, start with puzzles that are within your current skill level and work your way up to more challenging ones. Accept the process of making mistakes and remember that every setback presents a chance for growth and learning. If you want to increase your vocabulary and discover new word possibilities, have a dictionary or thesaurus close at hand. Above all, relish the process of learning a language, relishing the epiphanies and the sense of accomplishment that come from figuring out a riddle properly done. You will start to see the cumulative effects on your overall language skills as you incorporate word shuffles and crossword puzzles into your daily language practice. Your spelling will get better, your vocabulary will grow, and you'll be able to play and control language more and more. You might notice that you're more aware of the nuances in word choice, skilled at understanding convoluted words, and more assured of your capacity for clear communication. These advantages go well beyond just solving puzzles. They affect your ability to read and write, as well as express yourself verbally in all spheres of life. Furthermore, word shuffles and crossword puzzles have cognitive advantages that go beyond language proficiency. It has been demonstrated that partaking in these intellectually demanding activities improves brain function overall, enhancing memory, focus, and problem-solving abilities. Solving puzzles on a regular basis can help maintain mental agility and sharpness, possibly postponing the onset of age-related cognitive decline. We are essentially giving our minds a workout, fostering mental flexibility and building neural connections by putting our minds to the test with language difficulties. It is more crucial than ever to acquire language intelligence in a world where good communication is essential. Success in personal relationships, academic endeavors, and professional contexts is significantly influenced by one's capacity to comprehend, interpret, and use language effectively. By adding word scrambles and crossword puzzles to our linguistic toolbox, we provide ourselves the ability to successfully negotiate language's complexity and communicate our ideas effectively. Moreover, language intelligence has advantages that go beyond personal achievement. Language competency is valued and nurtured in societies that promote meaningful discourse, critical thinking, and cross-cultural understanding. By highlighting the value of word games and crossword puzzles, we support a culture that honors language's power and promotes lifelong learning. We encourage others to appreciate the delights of language learning and to acknowledge the transforming power of a skillfully constructed word or a deftly solved riddle. In summary, it is impossible to overestimate the contribution that word scrambles and crossword puzzles provide to the growth of linguistic intelligence. These deceptively straightforward games push our linguistic limits, broaden our knowledge, and take us on a lifetime adventure of language discovery, while providing a plethora of cognitive, social, and personal benefits. By embracing the power of riddles, we support a culture that prioritizes clear communication, critical thinking, and the beauty of language, while simultaneously honing our own language abilities. So take up a word shuffle or crossword puzzle the next time you have a few minutes to spare and go on a language trip. The breadth of your own linguistic abilities and the countless opportunities that lie ahead in the realm of words may astonish you. Lesson 4. Make a diary or journal with multiple languages. We may release our mental capacity and broaden our comprehension of the world around us by creating a multilingual diary or notebook that takes us on a voyage of linguistic exploration, cultural immersion, and personal improvement. Journaling is a time-honored practice that offers a holy space where we can freely express our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without fear of criticism or repercussions. It is a tool for introspection, self-expression, and self-discovery that enables us to delve into the depths of our inner selves and make sense of the intricate web of our experiences. However, we open up a whole new level of linguistic and cultural richness when we incorporate the factor of various languages into our journaling practice. Writing in multiple languages helps us develop our language proficiency while opening up new avenues for self-expression and thought processes. The chance multilingual journaling offers for language acquisition and skill improvement is one of its most important advantages. Writing in a language that is not our first language forces us to interact with it more deeply and wrestle with its peculiar vocabulary, syntax, and idiomatic expressions. We need to test the limits of our comfort zones and our language skills as we consider how best to communicate our ideas and emotions in this unfamiliar linguistic setting. We progressively absorb the linguistic patterns and nuances through this process of active engagement and exploration, increasing our fluency, accuracy, and self-assurance in our capacity to communicate successfully. Keeping a bilingual journal serves as a tool for cultural immersion and comprehension, going beyond simple language practice. Since every language has its own set of values, beliefs, and worldviews, language and culture are closely linked. Writing in many languages gives us access to diverse different viewpoints and enables us to investigate the wide range of human experience and ideas. As a result of our growing appreciation for the distinctive ways that other cultures convey their feelings, tell tales, and make sense of the world, we are able to extend our own cultural perspectives and develop deeper empathy and understanding. We increase our capacity for critical and creative thought by forcing our brains to transition between several linguistic systems when we interact with numerous languages at once. Our capacity to identify patterns, draw connections, and view the environment from many perspectives increases, improving our ability to solve problems and maintain general cognitive agility. Additionally, studies have demonstrated that multilingualism can prevent cognitive decline in later life, indicating that multilingual journaling may promote resilience and long-term brain health. Writing in many languages allows us to explore how language affects our sense of self and how we relate to the outside world. It also allows us to delve into other facets of our identities. It's possible that some feelings or experiences translate better into one language than another, unlocking previously untapped mental regions and enabling us to reach new heights of self-awareness. Through journaling, we can better navigate the complexity of our multilingual identities and develop a more comprehensive and nuanced awareness of ourselves and our relationships with others. Choose the languages you want to use in your journal first. These can be languages you have studied in the past, languages you are learning now, or languages that are important to you personally or culturally. Make time every day to write in your diary, giving yourself permission to share your ideas and emotions without fear of criticism or self-censorship. Accept the process of language discovery and try out various words, sentences, and paragraph patterns in an effort to express your inner self through writing. Starting a multilingual journaling journey requires you to have a growth mentality and to acknowledge and appreciate your little accomplishments. It can be difficult to write in a language other than your native tongue, and you will undoubtedly experience periods of uncertainty or frustration. But you may develop resilience and motivation that will carry you through the highs and lows of the process by emphasizing progress above perfection and seeing failures as chances for improvement. Keep in mind that every attempt you make to interact with people in different languages is a step toward developing your linguistic and cultural intelligence. The ability of multilingual journaling to promote a sense of community and connection is among its most potent features. You can establish an environment where others who are involved in the practice can support, encourage, and learn from each other by sharing your multilingual journal entries. It's possible that reading other people's multilingual reflections can open your eyes to new perspectives, or that helping other journalers out will improve your own comprehension and appreciation of the languages you're working with. By means of this cooperative investigation and discussion process, you join an international network of language learners and intercultural mediators. Regularly interacting with many languages not only enhances your linguistic intelligence, but also fosters a more compassionate and worldwide perspective. You are learning the abilities and sensibilities required to function in a world that is becoming more interconnected and diverse, where success in both your personal and professional life depends on your capacity to communicate across linguistic and cultural divides. You are preserving a living record of your own development via your multilingual diary, which is evidence of the influence of language on how we perceive the world and ourselves. Furthermore, keeping a bilingual journal can work as a springboard for more extensive language and culture learning. As you get more at ease communicating in many languages, you could start looking for additional chances to use these languages in authentic settings. You can go to cultural events, join language exchange organizations, or even visit nations where the languages you're learning are widely spoken. You can expand your knowledge of language and culture, make new friends, and develop a more genuine grasp of the ways in which language and culture interact through these experiences. Being able to communicate effectively across linguistic and cultural barriers is more crucial than ever in a society that is becoming more globalized and linked. Through the practice of multilingual journaling, we can develop language intelligence and give ourselves the tools and viewpoints we need to successfully negotiate this dynamic and complex environment. We develop greater resilience, adaptability, and openness to new ideas and ways of being, qualities necessary for success in both our personal and professional lives. We improve our own lives and contribute to a more peaceful and understanding world by creating a space for self-discovery, cultural exploration, and language development through our multilingual journals. The capacity of multilingual journaling to alter not only our language proficiency, but also our sense of self and how we interact with the outside world, is what gives it its ultimate power. By deeply and personally interacting with many languages, we increase our ability to empathize, be creative, and think critically. We grow more sensitive to the subtle differences in language and culture, more grateful for the multiplicity of human experiences, and more determined to create understanding amongst people from different backgrounds and languages. We encourage others to go out on their own language and cultural exploration adventures by providing a living example of how language shapes our identities, relationships, and worldview through our multilingual journals. Let's see every admission as a chance to learn and every language as a doorway to fresh ideas and opportunities. In a world that sorely needs it, let us celebrate the richness and diversity of human language and use our multilingual journals to promote more empathy, understanding, and connection. Through this life-changing practice, we develop our linguistic intelligence and make a positive impact on the world. making it a more caring, peaceful, and interconnected place. Lesson 5. Exercise your memory using memory techniques. Memory plays a crucial role in linguistic intelligence, as it encompasses a variety of skills and aptitudes. Having a good grasp of language is crucial for learning, understanding, and communicating effectively. Luckily, through practicing memory exercises with proven techniques, we can greatly improve our linguistic intelligence and reach our full potential as language learners and effective communicators. The linguistic landscape is vast and constantly changing, with countless words, grammar rules, and variations in pronunciation and intonation. Navigating this intricate terrain would be a daunting task without a reliable and effective memory system. By actively participating in memory exercises and using proven techniques, we can improve our ability to remember and recall language information, which will enhance our overall linguistic intelligence. A highly effective method for enhancing linguistic intelligence is through the utilization of mnemonic devices. Mnemonics are effective techniques that aid in connecting new information to familiar or easily memorable concepts, facilitating better recall in the future. For instance, when we're learning new vocabulary words, we can use our imagination to create clear mental images or stories that connect the word to its meaning. Creating a strong visual and contextual connection by associating the word loquacious with a person talking endlessly at a party can make the word more memorable. In the same way, acronyms and acrostics can be employed to condense intricate linguistic rules or sequences into easily accessible chunks. For instance, the acronym FANBOYS can be used to recall the coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Spaced repetition is another memory technique that can greatly enhance linguistic intelligence. This method requires reviewing information at longer intervals as time goes on, which helps the brain solidify and strengthen the neural connections related to the language material. By reviewing vocabulary, grammar, and idiomatic expressions at regular intervals, we can strengthen our understanding of the language. Spaced repetition utilizes the psychological concept of the spacing effect, which indicates that learning is more effective when study sessions are distributed over time, rather than condensed into one intensive session. By adding spaced repetition to our language learning routine, we can improve our memory retention and recall, resulting in a stronger and more lasting linguistic intelligence. Another effective memory technique that can greatly enhance linguistic intelligence is active recall. Along with mnemonic devices and spaced repetition, active recall requires actively retrieving information from memory instead of simply reviewing it. When we push ourselves to remember language information without any help, we strengthen the brain connections linked to that information, making it easier to remember later on. For instance, instead of just going through a list of vocabulary words and their definitions, we can challenge ourselves by covering the definitions and trying to remember them on our own. Retrieving information not only strengthens our comprehension of words, but also improves our fluency in using them in different situations. Visual information is processed and remembered more efficiently by the human brain compared to abstract concepts. We can harness our natural cognitive advantage by creating clear mental images or scenarios related to the linguistic material. For example, when we're learning a new idiomatic expression like to burn the midnight oil, we can imagine someone working late into the night, with the warm glow of burning oil lamps all around them. This visual association helps to anchor the phrase in our memory, making it more memorable and readily accessible. Through regular visualization exercises, we can improve our memory and use of various linguistic elements, including vocabulary, grammar, figurative language, and cultural references. Chunking breaks down complex linguistic information into smaller, more manageable units or groups. When we organize information into meaningful chunks, it becomes more manageable for our memory systems. This makes it simpler to encode and retrieve the material. For instance, when studying a lengthy list of vocabulary words, we can organize them into thematic categories like food, emotions, or transportation. Creating these associative clusters helps our brain store and access information more effectively, improving our linguistic intelligence. Another memory technique that can greatly enhance linguistic intelligence is elaborative rehearsal. This method requires actively interacting with the language material by expanding on its significance, connections, and personal importance. We make an effort to thoroughly examine words and phrases, taking into account their subtle differences, how they are used in various situations, and how they connect to our own experiences or knowledge. By establishing strong connections with the language, we enhance our comprehension and improve our ability to remember the material. For instance, when we encounter a new word, we can explore its origins, explore its similar and opposite meanings, and come up with examples of how it can be used in everyday language or written communication. This process helps to strengthen the neural connections related to the word, making it easier for us to remember and use it. Memory techniques can greatly enhance linguistic intelligence by incorporating metacognitive strategies, which involve thinking about thinking. Through thoughtful self-reflection, we can gain valuable insights into our learning processes and make adjustments to our strategies accordingly. For instance, it's interesting to observe that we have a better recollection of vocabulary words when we connect them to personal stories or amusing mental pictures. By learning these memory strategies, we can easily incorporate them into our language learning routine, improving our linguistic intelligence. In addition, metacognitive strategies require us to monitor our own understanding and identify areas that may need more clarification or practice. Through self-assessment and self-regulation, we can tailor our memory exercises to tackle specific linguistic challenges and ensure consistent progress in our language acquisition journey. Memory techniques have a wide range of benefits that go beyond just language learning. Applying these strategies can enhance our communication skills in our native language and any additional languages we speak. Exercising our memory muscles boosts our capacity to recall and use language effectively during conversations and presentations. We can recall relevant vocabulary, idiomatic expressions, and grammatical structures more effortlessly, enabling us to express ourselves with clarity, precision, and fluency. In addition, having a good memory for language helps us grasp and appreciate the subtleties of communication, like clever wordplay, metaphors, and hidden meanings, which enhances our overall understanding and enjoyment of language. By adding memory exercises to our daily routine, like using flashcards, mnemonic devices, or spaced repetition software, we can develop the habit of actively engaging with language material. By dedicating a specific time each day to memory training, we can greatly increase our chances of long-term success in language acquisition and communication. Understanding that improving linguistic intelligence takes time and effort is key. It's important to be patient, stay determined, and view challenges as chances to develop. Effective communication across linguistic and cultural boundaries is more important than ever in our globalized world. Investing in our memory skills and enhancing our linguistic intelligence allows us to effectively communicate, foster understanding, and contribute to a global community that values connection and empathy. In personal relationships, professional contexts, or cross-cultural exchanges, having a good grasp of language and a strong memory for linguistic information can help create new opportunities, build meaningful connections, and enhance mutual understanding. Not only do memory exercises for linguistic intelligence provide cognitive benefits, but they also have a significant impact on our well-being and sense of self. Language learning and memory enhancement can be incredibly fulfilling, giving you a sense of achievement and personal development, As we observe our own growth and improvement in overcoming language obstacles, we develop confidence, perseverance, and a deeper understanding of the capabilities of our minds. In addition, immersing oneself in language can bring about feelings of happiness, imagination, and personal expression. Through memory techniques, we can unlock our linguistic intelligence and enhance our communication skills. This can lead to a deeper connection with the world and a more fulfilling inner life. By utilizing memory techniques and regularly exercising our memory, we can greatly improve our linguistic intelligence. This opens up numerous opportunities for personal growth, professional success, and effective communication. For anyone interested in languages, whether you're a student, professional, or just love learning, improving your memory skills is crucial for reaching your full linguistic potential and succeeding in a global community. Lesson 6. Interact with other linguistic learners. One of the most impactful and transformative approaches is engaging with fellow linguistic learners. Through active participation in a community of language enthusiasts, we can discover countless opportunities for personal growth, collaboration, and support. This helps us improve our language skills and develop a greater appreciation for the intricacies and beauty of language. Interaction plays a crucial role in the development of linguistic intelligence. Language is a tool that helps people communicate and share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others. When we communicate with other language learners, we connect on a deeper level, engaging in genuine and meaningful conversations that go beyond what we learn from textbooks and in the classroom. By engaging in conversation and collaborative learning, we can practice our language skills in a supportive and inclusive environment, trying out new vocabulary, grammar, and idiomatic expressions. Interacting with other linguistic learners offers a valuable opportunity to gain insights from different perspectives and experiences. Understanding language goes beyond just rules and conventions. It is a dynamic force that is influenced by the diverse cultures, histories, and identities of its speakers. Engaging with learners from diverse backgrounds and experiences helps us gain valuable insights into the complexities of human life. It expands our understanding of how language both mirrors and influences our perceptions of the world. By exchanging stories, opinions, and cultural insights, we can gain a deeper and more compassionate comprehension of language. This helps us realize its ability to bring people together, foster connections, and encourage mutual understanding. Engaging with fellow language learners offers many chances for working together and receiving support from peers. Joining a community of language enthusiasts allows us to connect with like-minded people who are dedicated to supporting each other's linguistic development. By collaborating in study groups, engaging in language exchanges, and offering peer tutoring, we can join forces to overcome difficult concepts, enhance our abilities, and offer valuable feedback and support. This approach to learning promotes both individual progress and a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. It creates a supportive and motivating environment that helps us develop our language skills. Interacting with other linguistic learners has benefits that go beyond just learning a language. By engaging these interactions, we develop crucial social and interpersonal skills necessary for effective communication and collaboration. Through engaging in meaningful conversations and discussions, we develop the skills to actively listen, effectively express ourselves, and navigate the intricacies of cross-cultural communication. We cultivate qualities such as empathy, patience, and adaptability, which allow us to value and honor the various viewpoints and ways of communicating of those around us. Mastering these skills not only boosts our linguistic intelligence, but also equips us to excel as communicators and leaders in our interconnected and globalized world. Interacting with other linguistic learners can greatly boost our motivation and persistence in language learning, in addition to the cognitive and social benefits it brings. Mastering a new language can be a straightforward and accessible journey, allowing for progress and growth with determination and perseverance. Being part of a supportive community of learners increases our motivation and engagement, even when faced with challenges. With the support and motivation of our friends, we gain the determination to keep going, acknowledging our achievements and gaining wisdom from our errors. Having a sense of shared journey and mutual support can greatly enhance our linguistic growth, enabling us to overcome challenges and reach our language learning goals. To make the most of connecting with other language learners, it's important to actively look for different chances to engage and collaborate. One way to improve language skills is by getting involved in language clubs, conversation groups, online forums, social media communities, or language-related events and workshops. By actively pursuing these opportunities, we open ourselves up to a diverse range of perspectives, experiences, and learning styles, which helps us reach our full potential for growth and development. It's crucial to approach these interactions with an open and curious mindset, welcoming the chance to learn from others and share our own insights and experiences with the community. It's important to foster a sense of respect, empathy, and inclusivity when interacting with other language learners. Creating a safe and supportive environment is crucial in language learning, as it can be a vulnerable and personal process. It's important for all learners to feel valued and heard. Through attentive listening, recognizing different viewpoints, and providing helpful feedback and support, we create an environment of trust and teamwork that empowers everyone in the community to succeed. This approach promotes individual linguistic development and supports the overall health and vitality of the language learning community. Interacting with other linguistic learners not only offers cultural benefits, but also provides valuable opportunities for language practice and immersion. Engaging in genuine conversations and discussions with our peers allows us to practice our language skills in a practical way. We can try out new vocabulary, grammar, and communication techniques, helping us improve our abilities. These interactions create a secure and encouraging space where people can take risks, learn from mistakes, and receive helpful feedback. This environment is crucial for fostering linguistic growth and development. By consistently practicing and immersing ourselves in the language, we can speed up our language learning process and develop fluency, confidence, and effective communication skills. Interacting with other linguistic learners is beneficial for the language learning community as a whole, promoting vitality and growth. By actively participating and exchanging information with our peers, we foster a lively and interactive environment for learning and teamwork. We encourage and inspire each other, pushing the limits of what can be achieved in language education and promoting a culture of continuous learning. By engaging with others, we not only improve our own language skills, but also add to the collective knowledge of the community, resulting in a wide range of valuable language learning experiences. The advantages of engaging with fellow language learners go well beyond the scope of just learning a language. By engaging in these interactions, we acquire valuable life skills and values that are crucial for success in various aspects of life. We acquire the ability to communicate effectively, think critically, and collaborate with others, which are highly valued skills in personal, academic, and professional contexts. We prioritize the development of empathy, cultural sensitivity, and global awareness, acknowledging the significance of comprehending and valuing diverse perspectives and experiences. Engaging with a community of language learners helps us develop our linguistic intelligence and become more well-rounded, adaptable, and compassionate people. Effective communication across linguistic and cultural boundaries is crucial in our interconnected and globalized world. By actively engaging with fellow language learners, we can acquire the necessary skills and knowledge to navigate the ever-changing linguistic landscape. We enhance our communication skills, develop cultural competence, and foster empathy as global citizens. This enables us to build connections and promote collaboration among diverse communities. Our interactions not only improve our linguistic intelligence, but also help create a more inclusive, compassionate, and interconnected world. We should actively look for chances to connect with our peers, sharing what we know, our experiences and resources, with an open, curious, and respectful attitude. Let's use our interactions to help each other grow and create a strong language learning community. Through the use of interaction, we can improve our linguistic intelligence and promote a world that values effective communication, cultural understanding, and lifelong learning. Let's join forces as a community of language learners, driven by our love for language and our desire to create a kinder and more connected world. Lesson 7. Listen and pay attention to the speaker in movies or podcasts. Active listening, especially when it comes to movies and podcasts, is another great way to improve your linguistic skills. By actively listening to the spoken word and focusing on the speakers in these media, we can greatly improve our language skills, gain a deeper understanding of language, and open up a world of knowledge and personal development. By paying close attention to the speakers in movies and podcasts, we can immerse ourselves in a wide range of language, including different vocabularies, grammar, and communication styles. By fully engaging with this linguistic environment, we give our brains the building blocks needed to learn and develop language. This helps us broaden our language skills and gain a deeper grasp of how language is utilized in different situations. Movies and podcasts provide a glimpse into how language is used in real-life situations. Unlike textbooks or structured language courses that often present language in a controlled and simplified way, the speakers in these media communicate using language that is natural and spontaneous, reflecting the nuances, idioms, and colloquialisms of everyday speech. By paying close attention to these real-life examples of language use, we can gain a better and more complete understanding of how language is used in various situations, ranging from informal chats to professional speeches. In addition, when we actively listen to movies and podcasts, we can fully immerse ourselves in the language used. This includes not only understanding the literal meaning of the words, but also picking up on the nuances of tone, inflection, and emotional expression. By being aware of these nonverbal cues, we can better understand what the speaker is trying to convey, their feelings, and the overall atmosphere of the conversation. This approach to language learning allows us to gain a deeper understanding of language, helping us communicate better and connect with others on a more meaningful level. Not only do movies and podcasts help us with language skills, but they also greatly influence our thinking and emotions. Engaging fully with the content presented allows our brains to process and interpret complex ideas, narratives, and perspectives. This cognitive engagement enhances our critical thinking abilities by examining arguments, assessing evidence, and considering various perspectives. In addition, Movies and podcasts have the ability to elicit strong emotional reactions, encouraging empathy, introspection, and personal development. By actively listening to these stories, we broaden our understanding of the human experience and cultivate a more empathetic and nuanced perspective. To make the most of active listening for linguistic intelligence, it's important to approach movies and podcasts with a focused and attentive mindset. Instead of just mindlessly consuming these media for entertainment or as background noise, it's important to actively pay attention to the language used and the messages being conveyed. One way to improve our understanding and retention of the material is by dedicating specific time for listening, minimizing distractions, and using note-taking or reflective practices. By fostering a setting that promotes attentive listening, we can enhance the language and cognitive advantages of these tools and speed up our progress in learning a new language. When we practice active listening, it's crucial to explore a wide variety of content that introduces us to various genres, styles, and perspectives. Movies and podcasts present a wide range of language styles, covering formal and academic to casual and conversational and everything in between. Through actively exploring this diversity, we can gain a more comprehensive and adaptable understanding of language, while also developing a deeper appreciation for the richness and complexity of human communication. Listening to a variety of content, such as documentaries, panel discussions, or fictional narratives, can be incredibly beneficial for improving language skills and personal growth. Paying close attention to dialogue in movies and podcasts can be a great starting point for expanding your language skills and discovering new aspects of the language. When we come across unfamiliar words, phrases, or concepts in these media, we can proactively explore them by finding more resources and explanations to enhance our understanding. This approach to language learning is designed to strengthen our understanding and abilities, while also encouraging curiosity and independent exploration. By actively engaging in our language learning journey and seeking out opportunities for growth, we can speed up our linguistic development and discover new levels of understanding and expression. Furthermore, the act of actively listening to movies and podcasts can have wider social and cultural impacts, in addition to the personal advantages it brings. Engaging with diverse voices and perspectives through these media allows us to explore a broader range of ideas, experiences, and worldviews. Exposure to different cultures can play a vital role in breaking down stereotypes, challenging biases, and fostering cross-cultural understanding and empathy. By actively listening to the stories and insights of others, we can cultivate a more inclusive and global mindset. This helps us appreciate and respect different perspectives and ways of thinking. This improved cultural competence not only enhances our ability to understand different languages, but also equips us to navigate a world that is becoming more interconnected and diverse, with sensitivity and respect. In order to fully incorporate active listening into our language learning journey, it is crucial to view it as a regular and continuous activity. To truly benefit from movies and podcasts, it's important to make a consistent effort to engage with them in a focused and purposeful way, rather than just treating them as one-time or occasional activities. By incorporating regular time for active listening into our routine, we develop a habit of exploring and expanding our language skills, which can have a significant impact over time. By regularly immersing ourselves in different language styles and actively engaging with intricate concepts, we can enhance our language skills and gain a deeper instinctive grasp of communication. Moreover, it's crucial to understand that active listening is not something done alone, but rather a joint effort that involves collaboration and interaction. Sharing our insights, questions, and reflections with others can greatly enhance the benefits of active listening. Engaging in conversations about movies and podcasts with language learning partners classmates, or online communities can enhance our comprehension, provide fresh insights, and offer valuable feedback and support. This approach to active listening promotes both personal linguistic development and a strong sense of community among language learners. By paying close attention to the speakers in movies and podcasts, we can improve our language skills and gain the ability to navigate this ever-changing landscape. We develop a greater ability to evaluate information, improve our communication skills, and become more understanding and culturally aware. By actively listening, we can tap into a deeper level of understanding, expression, and personal growth, fostering a more informed, connected, and compassionate global community. Active listening in movies and podcasts has the incredible ability to change how we perceive language and the world. By actively listening to the spoken word and focusing on the speakers in these media, we can enhance our language abilities and develop a greater sense of curiosity, empathy, and self-awareness. We come to understand and value the wide range of human communication, appreciating the unique perspectives and experiences that each individual brings. By actively listening, we can enhance our linguistic intelligence and develop qualities like adaptability, compassion, and confidence. This enables us to navigate the complexities of a constantly evolving world with ease and poise. Let's appreciate the value of active listening in movies and podcasts, acknowledging the great opportunities they offer for language improvement, personal growth, and cultural awareness. Approach every listening experience with intention, concentration, and receptiveness, prepared to absorb the knowledge and wisdom of the speakers we encounter. Let's harness our improved language skills to make a positive impact, promoting a world that appreciates and values effective communication, understanding, and continuous learning. Active listening has the ability to enhance our lives and foster a stronger sense of connection, empathy, and linguistic diversity in our global community. Lesson 8. Discussing and debating in language class. Participating in discussions and debates within a language class can improve your linguistic intelligence. By actively engaging in these activities, you can enhance your reading, writing, and listening skills. Through engaging in open discussions and embracing diverse viewpoints, we can improve our language abilities while developing important skills such as critical thinking, empathy, and cultural awareness. This can lead to personal and intellectual growth. Discussing and debating in language class is crucial. These activities offer a straightforward and clear way for students to use language effectively, applying their knowledge and skills in a meaningful manner. When we participate in discussions and debates, we are not just practicing language for the sake of it. Instead, we are using language as a tool to communicate, persuade, and express ourselves. Through active participation in these exchanges, we gain a better grasp of how language works in real-life situations and a heightened recognition of the intricacies of human communication. Discussing and debating in language class helps us improve our speaking and listening skills. These activities help us express our thoughts and opinions in a clear and organized manner, adjusting our language to meet the needs and expectations of our audience. We also develop the skill of actively and attentively listening, not just passively hearing the words, but also understanding and interpreting their meaning and importance. Through open discussion and debate, we can improve our language skills and become better at navigating verbal communication. As we explore various subjects and viewpoints, we come across unfamiliar terms and ideas that expand our language skills. By engaging in discussion and debate, we can enhance our understanding of these terms, including their connotations, nuances, and proper usage. Through regular practice and real-life conversations, we can strengthen our grasp of this new vocabulary and expand our language skills. Discussing and debating in language class not only has linguistic benefits, but also helps foster the development of critical thinking skills. When we participate in these activities, we are encouraged to examine intricate matters, assess evidence and arguments, and develop logical opinions and responses. We develop the ability to question assumptions, consider different perspectives, and anticipate counterarguments, which helps us approach language and thought in a more rigorous and analytical way. By engaging in thoughtful conversations and exchanging ideas, we enhance our language skills and develop valuable thinking patterns that contribute to our achievements in various areas of life. Through exposure to a wide array of perspectives and life stories, we gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for the intricacies and variety of human thought and experience. We gain a better understanding of how language mirrors and influences cultural values, beliefs, and identities, as well as a deeper grasp of how language mediates social and political relationships. By engaging in thoughtful conversations and exchanging ideas, we develop a broader perspective that appreciates and respects diverse viewpoints and methods of expression. As we participate in discussions and debates, it's crucial to welcome the challenges and chances for personal development that come with these activities. Engaging in these exchanges can feel overwhelming, particularly for people who may not feel as confident in their language abilities, or who have perspectives that are less commonly shared. Nevertheless, when we push ourselves beyond our comfort zones and embrace the challenges of genuine communication, we cultivate resilience, adaptability, and self-confidence. We embrace the value of taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them, as we understand that language learning is a journey of constant growth and progress. This self-directed learning helps strengthen our language skills and encourages a natural curiosity for learning that lasts a lifetime. By actively engaging in our language learning journey and seeking out opportunities for growth, we can speed up our linguistic development and gain access to new realms of knowledge and understanding. Furthermore, engaging in discussions and debates in language class can have wider social and cultural significance, in addition to its personal advantages. Engaging in respectful and constructive dialogue with others helps us develop communication and collaboration skills that are crucial for success in a diverse and interconnected world. We develop the ability to navigate differences of opinion and perspective with empathy and understanding, acknowledging the importance of considering multiple viewpoints in addressing complex issues and fostering inclusive communities. By engaging in thoughtful conversations and debates, we can improve our language skills and contribute to a society that is well-informed, involved, and empathetic. We should make it a regular habit to engage in meaningful communication with others, instead of treating it as a one-time or occasional activity. By making it a regular habit to engage in discussions and debates, either in class or outside of it, we can foster continuous growth in our language and thinking skills, which can have a positive impact over time. As we gain experience in these interactions, our comprehension of language and its impact on our world deepens. These activities aim to enhance our comprehension of intricate matters and foster connections of understanding and empathy with others, even though they do involve aspects of persuasion and argumentation. By embracing a mindset of curiosity, humility, and respect, we can foster a collaborative and productive learning environment where everyone's contributions are valued and acknowledged. By communicating authentically, we can improve our language skills and create a more welcoming and diverse language learning community. One important skill to have is the ability to engage in meaningful and respectful conversations. Engaging in discussion and debates in language class helps us improve our linguistic intelligence and develop the skills needed to navigate this ever-changing landscape. We develop a greater ability to evaluate and create information, improve our communication and collaboration skills, and become more understanding and culturally aware people. By engaging in discussions and debates, we can expand our understanding, express ourselves, and experience personal growth. This helps create a more informed, connected, and compassionate global community. In language class, discussing and debating have the power to transform our relationship with language and the world around us. Through active participation in discussions, we can enhance our understanding of language and develop a greater sense of curiosity, empathy, and self-awareness. We come to appreciate the vast array of human thoughts and experiences, acknowledging the worth and legitimacy of various ways of thinking and communicating. By engaging in discussions and debates, we enhance our linguistic intelligence and develop qualities like adaptability and compassion. This prepares us to confidently navigate the complexities of a constantly evolving world. Let's appreciate the value of discussing and debating in language class, as they offer great opportunities for linguistic growth, personal development, and cultural understanding. Approach each exchange with a clear intention, respect, and an open mind, ready to learn from the insights and perspectives of others. Let's utilize our improved language skills to make a positive impact, promoting a world that appreciates and values effective communication, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. Through engaging in discussions and debates, we can enhance our lives and contribute to the development of a diverse and dynamic global community. Final lesson. Introverts are natural networkers. In this book, Linguistic Intelligence, Boosting Your Linguistic Skills, we have taken a journey to explore the world of language and discover ways to improve our linguistic abilities. Each chapter in the book has offered valuable insights and practical tools to help us unlock our full linguistic potential. It covers topics such as the importance of immersing ourselves in foreign languages and the power of active listening, discussing, and debating. As we reach the end of this journey, it's important to acknowledge that the development of linguistic intelligence is a continuous process, a lifelong pursuit of learning and exploration. The strategies and techniques presented in this book are designed to be used as a framework for ongoing learning and improvement, rather than as one-time exercises. By consistently applying these principles and embracing the challenges and opportunities they offer, we can develop a clearer and more comprehensive understanding of language and its impact on our world. Furthermore, it's crucial to keep in mind that linguistic intelligence goes beyond personal growth and achievement. It also plays a role in fostering a more connected, compassionate, and linguistically diverse global community. Investing in our language skills and cultural understanding allows us to build bridges of understanding and empathy across diverse communities. We strive to foster cultural exchange, encouraging open dialogue and mutual respect in a world that can often feel divided and polarized, It's important to acknowledge and learn from both our successes and failures, understanding that every step we take to improve our language skills contributes to our personal and collective development. Let's utilize our improved language skills to make a positive impact, promoting a world that appreciates and values effective communication, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. Ultimately, the real strength of linguistic intelligence goes beyond mere words or language proficiency. It lies in the relationships we build, the insights we acquire, and the influence we have on the world. By adopting the strategies and techniques explained in this book and committing to continuous linguistic growth, we can enhance our lives and contribute to a more vibrant, inclusive, and linguistically diverse global community.